Now, time finally for the segment I look forward to the most all weekend long, and I had to wait another day because of the 3-day weekend. But I'm super grateful for our professor, like you work here, professor. I say our professor of virology at Columbia University, and the host of the podcast This Week in Virology. And you can watch his virology intro to virology course. Not intro to biology, professor. What's the course called? Your virology course?
It's called Virology. Plain old virology.
There you go. At Columbia University, you can watch that on YouTube. Professor, thanks for being here, sir. Hey,
I can be your professor. That's fine with me.
Beautiful. I'll take it. My personal professor, my tutor. I needed plenty of those in college. So I just want to throw it to you. I have a ton of dumb questions, but let me throw it to you first. What's been on your mind? What are you watching? What are you looking at?
Well, a couple of things. First, the U.S. is approaching 100,000 deaths, which is a lot. It's a lot of people who have died and moved on. And I think we should remember that each of those people is meant someone to someone. It's not just a number, not just a statistic. So it's a lot to happen in just a couple of months, right? Who knew this was going to happen? And the other thing I'm thinking about is going back. Right now, people are slowly starting to go back to work and go outside and so forth, and how to stay safe because in the U.S., we're still reporting about 20,000 cases a day. It's a lot of infections. I mean, the curve is going down, but the virus is still out there. I just want people to remember it's not going anywhere. Even throughout the summer, there will still be virus somewhere, and your job is to avoid it, even though you can't see it. And so, face masks. I have mine here today, which I wear when I come in here, and wear face masks, avoid people, stay away. I saw a great photo of a park somewhere where they drew circles for people to sit, 12 feet apart or so. I think that's great. So I'm thinking, be careful, wear your face mask, stay away from people, wash your hands, don't touch your face. The other thing I was thinking about is people start to travel. I see the planes going over me frequently. What can you do to keep yourself safe? And I think you have to wear a face mask on the plane. You have to wash your hands a lot, bring your sanitizer. And if you can't, sit by the window, because if you think about it, you get most contact with people if you're sitting by the window, right? Nobody has to step over you. You just sit there. And when you sit there, all the hard surfaces you could wipe down with your wipes if you want. And I think that's been shown to be the safest place to sit on a plane.
So sit on the window side.
Actually, sitting on the wing would be best. But yeah, sitting on sit on the window side, right? Windows.
Okay, good to know.
Most of us don't like to sit. I don't like to sit by the window. But the aisle is not a good one because people are going to be walking up and down, right? So
yeah, that makes sense.
Sit by the window.
Okay. What are you looking for as things open up again? And I'm sure you've seen the videos of people partying at pools and whatever, and as if none of this has ever happened. But what are you looking for? Because the media is always like, red state reopens, cases rise. But is there another metric that you're looking at as opposed to just cases rising?
Well, the problem is we're not testing a lot as it is. We're doing maybe at the most 300,000 cases a day in the whole U.S. And just the hospitals alone account for 100,000. So I would like to see more testing so I can know where the virus is. Right now, we're mostly testing either sick people or people that are going into hospitals. Hospitals now are generally testing you no matter what you're going in for, just so they can know, because if you're infected, they'll quarantine you or keep you separate and so forth. So I would like to know how many people are actually infected, which will give me an idea of how much virus is out there, right? So if you're in a small town and you have one case a week, but that's not telling us how many infections there are. I want to know what that number is. I would like to know where those people are because, if we could isolate them for a couple of weeks, we could really burn this out. So testing is the key. That's what I want to see more and more of. And some people are saying, no, we don't need to test, but it's not true. We need to test more and more so that we know where the virus is, and that way we could really put it out.